Okay, good afternoon. Today I'm here with.
My name is Alexander Herrera, and I'm a student from 8th semester from the Foreign Languages program.
As you know, I'm Sophia and I'm in fourth semester. So today I'm going to ask him some questions and I'm going to give my opinion too. Uh, the first question is, which linguistic competence during your foreign languages learning process has been the most challenging for you and why?
Okay, I think I would say it's oral comprehension. You're not like that used to listening to native speakers because through all your process you have been listening to other non-native speakers.
Yes.
So that's why it kind of gets difficult when you get to the real people, to the real deal. However, I would say that it is head to head also with written production
Okay.
because it is easier to speak than it is to write, and even more if you had to write academically.
Yeah. Well, as for me, I think also the oral comprehension, but in French because in English it is not that difficult for me. But French, I think it's because it's the first time I'm like studying because English I had like this.
Yeah.
Like I
You come
studied
with
before
that,
I got into
yeah, you come
college.
with that background and you
Yes,
already know.
exactly. So when for example, when we're like in the final exams and the audios are so complicated because they sound so bad. I don't know where the teachers get those audios, but they're so bad.
Yeah, French people tend to be like extremely good.
Yes, and like they speak so fast, and when they do that, like they appropriate a lot of words, so it's really difficult to understand the meaning of the sentence or the thing they're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so the second question. Do you think that being bilingual gives you a higher social status compared to the one monolingual people have, and why?
Ooh, that's a kind of complicated question to answer, but I wouldn't say that that being bilingual or trilingual or multilingual gives me a higher status than anyone. And if we take into consideration like this social status, I still think that I am not in the higher position than a doctor,
Okay,
for
yeah,
example,
of course.
because everyone loves doctors, everyone
Yes.
loves doctors, so they are kind of in the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
in the
because
social
there's
status.
also like this belief that doctors are like the smartest one
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
room. So yeah. Well, I think it does give us like a bit of recognition, but it depends on the social circle we are. Because, for example, for instance, where I'm here in Pamplona with my friends, like we are all equal to say it that way because all of my friends are in the foreign language career, so they all speak English and French, so nothing happens.
What's the difference?
Yeah, but
between
for
us?
example, when
No, no.
when I'm in my hometown with my family, like it does give me a little bit of recognition because I'm the only one in my family that speaks English. So there's always like that. Oh, Sophia can speak English. So
Yeah.
there's like a little bit of
That's like
recognition
in
there.
the family, you're like,
Yeah,
this kid
yeah.
knows English, French,
Yes,
Portuguese.
yes.
And
So
like,
that's but a higher social status now. That's to put it like really rough. So no, I don't think so. The third question: will English remain the global language of the future, and why?
Wow, that's a really geopolitical question. If you ask me, I don't think English is going to be as relevant as it is today in at least 25 years in the future. Uh, why is English? Let's start with why English is like the universal languages. Is because the United States right now are a really strong country.
Yeah.
But they are not going to last.
Yes.
Being a powerful country, and I think if we have to change the universal language, it's going to be Chinese 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Because right now the United States like holds a lot of power, but I don't think they know how to keep that power. So it is not going to last. And yeah, I mean, right now English is like the global language, and it opens a lot of doors, and a lot of people around the world are trying to learn this language. but we'll probably have to start learning Chinese right
Yeah.
now.
We're
Yes.
probably gonna have to start learning Chinese.
I know, there's another
Yeah,
thing.
another one, another thing.
Okay. The fourth one is, should each country or region try to preserve its customs and identity, and how should they do that?
Of course, I think that everyone should be trying to keep their own individually, because what's the fun in having just one big country? If
Yeah.
there's no variety, there's no taste, you know. And how? Well, I think that's a really complicated question to answer, but with conscientization and
Yes.
something like that, you know, trying to make people aware that your culture is as important and as equal as any other.
Yeah, for example, in Colombia, it's really important that we maintain our traditions and customs and all the things that makes us Colombian people,
Yeah.
you know, and like we should do so by like teaching our children like to
Yeah.
keep going with the
Love
traditions.
your country.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know there's like this thing that we want to go out to another country because there are a lot of bad things here in Colombia.
Yeah, it's obvious.
But like the country itself and the people, it's really nice. It's really great to live here. So
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. to be
yes.
Colombian.
Okay, the last one. Should people be free to live in whichever country they like, or do we need immigration controls? And why?
Yes. Should people be free to live in whichever country they want? Of course, they should
Yeah.
be free.
Yes.
I don't like the idea of your own country being like a prison to yourself. Like, what's the point of that? If you have the opportunity to go and explore the world, go do it, go for it.
Yes.
And I don't think anyone should ever deny you that right.
Yeah, because that goes hand to hand to like human rights and freedom. You know,
Yeah,
like
of course.
you should be able to. If I want to live in Italy, I can go to Italy, and that's okay. But I think this question is kind of tricky because the thing here is like we have to think, or the nation have to think about like, for example, like
Their own
economy,
people.
like stability.
Yeah, their
You know,
own
like
people and all that.
mm,
Well, it is like a matter with a lot of points of view,
yeah,
because you have to keep into consideration that, well, our people, our native people aren't doing so well, so
Yes.
why should we like keep receiving foreigners and something like that? But
yes,
I think that's a problem that governments have to solve
yeah.
in order to make the world free for everyone.
Yeah, when it like, for example, because of Venezuelan people and what's happening in their country, here in Colombia we have like a little bit of overpopulation, and there's not like enough of resource allocation for them and jobs for Colombian people and Venezuelan people. So there's a lot of things we have to keep in mind. But yeah, sure, if you want to live in another place, because well, we really shouldn't care about your reasons. If you want to do it, just do it, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and that's it. Thank you very much for.
Well, thanks to you for the invitation.
No, thank you really a lot for being
It's
here
good to
with
be
me
here.
because it was really difficult for me to get someone to do this interview for me. So thank you
Yeah,
very
that's
much.
okay.
And that's it. Thank you.